If everyone was blind, we wouldn't have day and night, just a hot and cold time. Winter would be interesting. Rain would be terrifying. I think snow would be even more confusing. What about hail? Just painful. Sir, there's a whole new TV series about this. It's called See. Well damn, what's it on? A virus that leaves everyone blind for generations, and the lucky one who can see is being hunted. If everyone was blind, we might not even have a concept of vision. Makes you wonder if there's anything like that for us now. Just think about all the shit we are missing out on. Well, there's a whole color spectrum that we can't see. Speak for yourself. I would do dirty things to have the color odds a mantis shrimp has. Like dig up a geoduck? While true, I feel like the mass color interference would get in the way of everyday life. Driving would probably be out of the picture, or watching TV. Hardly, you would be used to it. Out of the picture? Nice one. This is absolutely ridiculous. Mantis shrimps have worse vision than we do. They have a bunch of cones, but instead of being quite wide cones like we have, covering hundreds of nanometers in wavelengths, they have quite precise cones, meaning they don't actually perceive more colors than we do, and their eyes are much more tiring than ours, meaning they must spend more time not using them. And sound spectrum, and many smells, sensations, entire senses like magnetoception, etc. We can sense less than 1% of the universe with our born senses. This is what I'm hoping for the most in the future. That we can artificially become godlike by being able to not only sense more of the universe, but have control on the filter. That is something I would like to see as well. And being able to eat virtually anything and safely digest it would also be pretty cool. And maybe some ability to photosynthesize with our skin. I have heard NASA was working on an experiment to put a special kind of algae in the lungs of people that would convert the CO2 in their lungs back into O2, so they could hold their breath basically forever. That would also be really cool. The changes we will live to see in our lifetimes are unimaginable to us now. We will develop other senses to a whole new limit. Probably supersonic vision, or magnetic field vision. This would be a really interesting compensation method. I think it could fix a lot of the other problems raised. I mean, we were all Batman by then, weren't we? And it would kinda annoying to listen to all those horny supersonic signal broadcast around your neighborhood lol. I dunno. I think we might have figured out that animals, predators, or prey or whatever, can sense us somehow in the warm times of day. And that blocking the sky, or being in a room blocked from outside would block that sense. I guess the Marvel character would be named Hearing. And don't even get me started on Daredevil. Makes me think of Mary's Red Room thought experiment. If everyone was blind, we would not even have a concept of vision. Suddenly turned blind is more appropriate. If we were all blind, we probably wouldn't have made it far as species. Now I was thinking more of a survival based off other senses kind of situation. If we all went blind now, we would keep living the current way. Interesting. Tripping and falling off a cliff while some predator chases you is what I imagine our ancestors would have gotten into. Call it natural selection. Aren't there fish like this somewhere? Would we be underground? Oh man, I'm pretty sure there's some deep sea fish, but I'm more interested in how it would affect sleeping patterns and things like that. Temperature based things. All the totally blind animals I can think of live in habitats where there's no light at all and not much temperature variation between day and night. I suspect light is too useful not to use when it's there, because if you don't, some other organism competing for your niche will. Even some fungi that spend most of their life cycle totally underground can still sense the presence of light. Oh, hello, I'm Reddit Spree. I make videos to cover the best posts on /ShowerThoughts for you. Tap subscribe and hit the bell next to it so you never miss a video. Comment your own